Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about some balance changes, some patch notes on the live service for playing on Battlegrounds. They put in a dev post to Bluehole last week saying they wanted weapons to be more of a personal preference rather than which weapon is stronger. And so we have the following balance changes. All pistols have been buffed, ARs have been nerfed, shotguns have been nerfed, in terms of sniper rifles. The VSS has been buffed, so is the Mini 14, however the SKS has been nerfed. In terms of SMGs, Micro Uzi, UMP and Vector have been buffed, and for LMGs, the DP28 and the M249 have also been buffed. Interesting changes, but I think they are necessary to make that balance so it is personal preference over which gun is more stronger. However, they all have their different damage outputs, so I think that this is a complete rebalance, and I think it'll be a lot better. Additionally to those damage changes, we have a few more adjustments. For shotguns, chokes can be attached to sawn-offs. Move on to SMGs again. There's been an increased limb shot modifier. I think that's the same with the shotguns as well. In terms of ARs, they are restricting 8 times and up. ARs and I believe the LMGs, I think the DP28 and the M249 are also restricting of 8 times. However, I believe the S12K can still carry an 8 times, which is, I've no idea why, to be honest. So that's interesting. There's been recoil adjustments throughout all types of guns: shotguns, SMGs, ARs, snipers and LMGs. Crossbows had a change, reduced the crossbow loading time from 4 seconds to 3.5. And all round weapon, there's been a weapon sway that's been increased, and also moving. In terms of player movement, they have decreased the movement speed when holding SRs, LMGs and shotguns. Additionally, we have throwables. Frag grenades have been changed, as well as weight changes all around for all throwables. So for frag grenades, we've got an increased explosion damage and an added new hit effects and animation. Now the weight effects: frag grenade has been increased from 12 to 18. Molotov cocktail will have decreased from 18 to 16. Smoke has been decreased from 16 to 14, and stun has been decreased from 14 to 12. So for some of those, you can essentially, that's the weight changes, so you can either have more in your backpack or less. Now the most interesting change in these patch notes is the level 3 helmets can only be obtained from care packages, but they do say one is guaranteed to be in every care package, and that's decent. I think they're going for the care package items to be high risk, high reward. Level 3 helmets are one of those items where it should be a high risk, high reward, and they've done that by removing it from the reward spawn. However, they have put the adrenaline syringe into world spawn. It's going to be a rare spawn, and it's also been buffed. So the casting time has been reduced from 8 seconds to 6. I think that's alright. You're essentially swapping an adrenaline for a level 3 helmet. I think that's alright. Now let's move on from the weapon changes to the gameplay. So we have a new weapon, SLR. So the SLR will be spawned alongside normal world loot. It is a sniper which uses 7.62 and contains 10 bullets per magazine, 20 when extended. It's more powerful than the SKS, but has more recoil. Recoil control is the key to using the sniper effectively. Additionally, we've got a new vehicle. The Morado is a classic muscle car, fast 4-seat sedan. It's limited to Miramar, the desert map, because everyone loves the desert map nowadays, and will be found in the main city areas, the busy areas. We also have new attachments. We've got a duck bill. The duck bill is for shotguns, and it reduces the vertical pellet spread but increases the horizontal bullet spread. Light grip, that's for ARs, SMGs, snipers. So it reduces the recoil recovery time but increases vertical and horizontal recoil. Thumb grip reduces the vertical recoil but increases horizontal recoil. And it increases the recoil recovery time. Half grip reduces vertical and horizontal recoil and also reduces the recoil recovery time. They've added a 3x scope and a 6x scope. Now the 6x scope can can be variable from 3 to 6, and it is a rare world drop item. And you can now change the reticle style and colour of the red dot, hollow sight and 2x scope using the scope zeroing keys. So that's page up and page down by default. So let's talk about those. I think an increase in terms of attachments are alright. I think it might be for the more casual players a bit confusing from what I just read out, but I think it's more of that preference. So Bluehole have put out more attachments for more customizable weapons for your choice and how you like your weapons. Boats and swimming adjustments have also been altered. So boats will now actually sink when they are destroyed, and swimming has been changed. They've decreased the maximum submersive time from 35 to 15. So you can only be underwater for 15 seconds. Now that is a massive nerf to that, but I think it's necessary. Because let's admit it, if you want to avoid the bridge that everyone camps on Enragel, then well, you're most likely to swim across, and so they're practically reducing doing that. Once you've run out of air, you will now take 10 damage per second, up from 4 damage. That's a massive buff for that. And they've increased the delay for breath recovery time from 1 to 4 seconds. So when your head's out of the water, it will now take 4 seconds before you begin to recover your breath. Now an interesting change, map selection and map UI, there's been a slight change in that, but also we've got a map selection. So you can just pick one map at this moment of time on the test server, set Enragel or Miramar, and it will guarantee you'll play there. If you select multiple maps, the game will randomly drop you into one of the selected maps. And obviously once the Savage map comes out, the Jungle map comes out, that'll be added to that map selection as well. Additionally, there's been some bug fixes, there's been more world fixes and some settings fixes. I'm not going to go over those. The source for these patch notes will be in the description of the video. They're interesting changes, but I'm liking them because it is really balancing, particularly weapons, in terms of fights, and it'll balance those fights. I think it's good for PUBG that we've had this massive patch, but I think they should have done this in sections rather than bring all this out. I think they should have done the weapon changes and then first, and then everything else later. It is a big patch. It was a big patch for the test server. It's quite a beefy update. Guys, what are your thoughts on these changes? Are they good? Are they bad? Do you agree with them? Do you not agree with them? Put your thoughts below in the comments. See what you think. Guys, that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this one, make sure you're subscribed. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.